The kind of witchcraft that haunted me in the UK, I do not wish it for my enemy. My father had 2 wives, so I came from a polygamous home. I traveled to the UK many years ago. So when I got to the UK, everything was going well. You know, I got a job, everything was going smooth. I started sending money to my parents, my mom, my dad. My stepbrothers and sisters and I were not really close. I was not close with my stepmother, so I didn't really care for them. After spending about 3 years in the UK, one Christmas, I decided to send things home. I had been buying these things from earlier the year. So I bought a bag for my dad. I bought the biggest bag for my mom and the medium size for my stepmother. You know, a traveling set of 3, the biggest, the medium and the smallest one. The smallest one was for my dad, the biggest one was for my mom, and the medium one was for my stepmother and her children. I labeled it so that everybody will know their bags. So a friend of mine was traveling home, so I bought everything, loaded the items, and I gave it to her to give to my parents. Immediately those items landed in my house. That was when my problem started. I cannot even begin to explain the witchcraft that came after me. All of a sudden, I had immigration issues. I had issues with my house. I had issues with my job. I became homeless at a point. Thank God I didn't run mad. Maybe I would have lived in the streets. Somebody who has been in the UK for over 3 years, I had a very good job. I had a very good savings. I wasn't living from hand to mouth. How come I couldn't pay rent? How come I wasn't going to work? I was so inconsistent. I lost my job. I was now doing day-to-day job just to be able to feed. I was moving from one friend's house to the other. Like, it became so bad. I couldn't even send even £10 to my mom. All because I sent items to my parents. Why did I send the biggest one to my mother? I sent the medium size to my stepmother. That was what caused a huge problem for me. Now, this lingered for almost 4 years. I was homeless in the UK. My life was messed up and I was not good with prayers. Mind you, I had no idea. So my mom was in Nigeria praying and praying for me until the day my stepmother confessed. She didn't confess because a pastor saw a vision for me and they did deliverance. No, she confessed because of another person's prayer. They went to fire prayer on her head and she started confessing that this is what she did to that particular family. And she started saying all sort of things she did to me make sure I have immigration problem, housing problem, my job, because I sent her a small bag. Ladies and gentlemen, in a set of 3, the medium size is not small. Were you expecting me to give you the biggest size while I gave my mother the smaller size? Just imagine what caused witchcraft to chase after me. If I had known, I would not have sent to her at all. Maybe it would have been better. I am just grateful to God who saved me, but I suffered 4 good years because I sent my stepmother and her children gift items for Christmas. If you come from a polygamous home and you know you are not close, there is no love, please and please avoid being a good person. It is better to be a bad person than to be good and fall in their trap.